Welcome to this video. We're going to discuss some efficient grading strategies. So for example, one of the things you might want to do is you've got a lot of extraneous things in your Moodle page that don't necessarily need to be in the grader report or anything that really needs to be graded from students. So a lot of times when you create activities, they will appear in the gradebook. So for example, here's some activities that I have here on the course page. If I go to grades, I can see that there are items in here. So in a situation where I don't need those activities in the grade report, we can do a method in the activity settings to make sure that it doesn't appear in the grade report. So what I'm going to do is go back to the course page, and for example with the assignment activity, if I go to edit settings, and maybe this is just, I just need a drop box because I'm going to be assessing them in some other place, right? So if I come here to the assignment, I'm going to make sure that under feedback types, that this one, that there's no kind of feedback that they're going to get in this. And then if I go to grade and select none, I'll do save and return to course. Go back to the participants page, or excuse me, go back to the grader report page, and notice that that activity is no longer here in the grader report. Students can still access it and upload a submission, but it's not going to be something that appears in the grader report. You can do that same with the form activity. So if I go to the form and go to edit settings, and the form has updated in 3.9, so there is whole form grading, which is new, which basically has some of the same features as the assignment. And then there's the ratings where you can rate individual posts and students can earn points through that method. So as long as there's no ratings in the ratings section, and I come to whole form grading and do none, notice this one there's not really a feedback activity, so we don't need to worry about that at this point. So I'm going to do save and return to course. Now if I go back to grades, now the form activity is no longer in here. Again, students can still participate, there's just not going to be a grade associated with that form. And then the last one on my list, so you can kind of see that pattern. So I'm going to go to Glossary, edit settings, and again, I'll expand all on this one and just make sure that there's no feedback that's being pushed to the gradebook for this activity. This one also has ratings, so I'm going to set that as no ratings and do save and return to course. And now I can see that that's been removed. So that's a great way to clean up your gradebook, especially if there's items in there that don't need a grade.